But it's better that you start from scratch for us.
Okay, fine.
Because
fine. Yeah. Fine, completely fine. So we are getting into the session. I hope more teachers joins while we progress. So yeah. So Python is obviously a programming language, as there are many. Let me share my screen too. Computer science would be better. Yes, right. So, are you both attending through your laptop? Are you going to do it along with me? Nishita ma'am and Bindu ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, what are you saying?
I was asking, are you going to do it along with me, Nishita ma'am? Are you on your laptop?
I am there, but I'm not pretty sure that today how much I would be able to do along with you. As I said, no, because my daughter is not well still. I'll try to be with you. Yeah.
Fine. So on your screen, it's Replate here. So do you understand what is Replate? It's a editor. Do you have any idea like what is it? The editors, the softwares, do you have the idea or not?
Actually, Replate, I remember when I was exploring QBasic, that time also this editor appeared to do coding online. Yeah.
Okay, fine, I understand. So now, yeah, getting into the introduction of our language. Python obviously is a most popular programming language. Why? Because it's simple comparing to other languages like Java, C++ or anything. Its syntaxes are a bit complex if we compare it with Python. So Python is simple. That's why it's popularly used. It can be used for web development, software development, maths, scientific stuff, and for the scripting as well. Right? And then what else can be done? I already explained like web applications can be there, software can be there, database systems can be built, and then further we can code on the same. So that is done. Why I will not get into a detailed theory. We will do the practical part. Okay, so how to install? You can either do in Collab or you can have a Python ideally installed into your system. You can get it from your store. It's available there. Then what else? You can use other softwares as well, like Visual Studio Code. There is PyCharm, so on. There are a lot of editors. So anything you want to use, whatever you are comfortable with, you can use it. So I am going to use today Replate. I have got ideally all that in my system. I see Khyati ma'am there. Hi ma'am, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
Fine.
Yeah, good. So Khyati ma'am, do you have the idea like how many teachers more are going to join other than Nishita ma'am and Bindu ma'am here?
I guess Vandana is not here. Rest, Shannon is not going to join. She just messaged. She's not joining today. So only Vandana is left out. So I'll message her.
Yeah, sure. Sure. So once I'll share my whole screen to show you how it works.
You have started with you're going to start with Python, right? Replate in.
Yeah, I am going to use the editor Replate. Before that, I'll just show you what else are there for the other teachers, like to have an option even if you're going to teach. So I'll just show you. That's my whole screen. Other than Replate, this is Visual Studio Code. It looks simple. Visual Studio Code is there.
Visual Studio Code we are aware of. Me and Bindu ma'am are already using it.
Yeah. Visual Studio Code is there. The other one, the Visual Studio is also there. I recently uninstalled it due to my memory issues. I need to solve some of my systems issues. Other than that, Python ideally is there on my screen, 3.9. We mostly use the older version of Python. Can anybody tell me why we use the older version other than the latest version? The latest one is 3.11. Do you have any idea why like normally programmers use the earlier version? Any teacher can guess if it would be great. So I'll open. It would somewhat like. So if you are continuously working, tell me, Khyati ma'am. Is it my system issue? Am I audible?
Yeah.
You were not. You said something?
I said like I'm not very sure what's the difference between 3.9 and 3.11. Probably that would be the answer, but I'm not very sure about it.
Okay. So that is not exactly the answer because it's not about the number 11 or 9. We usually, those who daily work on Python, those who use a lot of libraries and all that. So once they launch their newest latest version, then what happens is some of the old libraries doesn't work on the new version. Like over the time they clarify those errors. So some of the libraries we may have run it in another system, and if we are having 3.11 the latest version of the same, it doesn't run on this one. That's why we always prefer the older version. Once it it is used to on the market and it's been some time, then only we get into upgrade into the new version. Like this one 3. I have seen most of the libraries works in 3.9. That's why I stay with 3.9. That's a reason. Okay, so if you as your teachers only, I'm explaining this as it's an extra thing. You would only get to know when you really work on it. So there could be something on your textbook. Okay, you can import this library. You can work. There would be exact program, and then you are having a latest version. That could be the only reason that that particular program is not running. I hope my explanation is clear to all of you, like Khyati ma'am, Bindu ma'am, and other one on the meet, Nishita ma'am. Yes, yes. So exactly. So we go by the older version, comparatively older version, not so old, but if it is 11 running, use 10 or 9, it would be better. And if you're going by textbook, there could be like solid reasons, like some of your program is not working in the latest version. Okay, coming back to the thing. This is shell. So what I have opened, I went to my Microsoft screen and I searched for Python, and the IDE is there. So when I open, I get this screen. This is called shell, Python shell. And if you open by clicking file, new file, this is called script, Python script. Now, anybody who has got already knowledge can explain me what is the difference between a shell and a script. Nishita ma'am or Bindu ma'am? Are you there both? Okay, Bindu ma'am would text. Let me check the chat box. Yeah. Please repeat. Okay. So I was asking, when you open, you first get this screen. This is known as a shell. And then if you want this one, normally you create a new file. You need to click on file, new file. Then it appears here. You can save it as usual. You save. That's how it works. So this first screen is your Python shell, and second screen is your Python script. So if anybody has got idea here, what is the difference between a shell and script? It would be, I'm starting from the very basics.
If I'm not wrong, I would say that when we are talking about the word shell, right? Shell is the interpreter that is being used, and the script is the it's the program placement. So when you create it, you can create files through
Yes.
the script, but you cannot create a file onto the shell. Shell is a direct interpreter.
Yes, yes, exactly. You said it right. To the other teachers, if we keep it simple, if you want to run a program in shell, you can type like print hello world, and if you just press enter, it would work. It will show you the output. So there and there you are typing and then you are getting the output. This is probably if you have a single lines, like when we start with Python basic commands, there are like single commands, single word, outputs you can get. For that, you can, if you want to use shell, you can use shell, but it is never saved. Understand this? When I close shell, it's never saved. Coming to this, obviously, our programs can be lengthy as much as like 1,000 lines or so on, right? So you cannot use the shell for the same purpose. If you have multiple lines, like more bigger program, you need to use script. It's like print, hello, same thing. So hello, and then again. So yeah, hello world. Oh, I understand. I did not complete it. So like that, anything, it could be multiple lines. Once we finish this class, you will understand. So right now, if you want to save this, you have the option of saving it to your system, and then later on, anytime if you want to open it, you can open. And this can be lengthy as many as you want, like it could be this much lines as well. So yeah. So if you quickly ask me, if you want a quick reply, if you want a quick output, you can use shell. But if you're going for a lengthy program, go for the script. And script is the one always advised. Shell is not advised like always, because we cannot save it. That's it, right? So that is ideally a script, shell, everything I explained quickly. And other editors are also there, like Visual Studio Code, PyCharm, and all that you can get from the store. It's easy to type on these kind of platforms, because before we type, we get it somewhat like what we are, meaning to type. You get a list, you can quickly type on this kind of softwares. That's why we mostly use this kind of software. Now I am going to take my class on Replate. So I'll just switch my stop sharing. So how to get into Replate? Go to Google, search for Replate, and once you click on the first search result that you are getting, you can get this screen. I hope this Replate screen is available for you, right? Are you able to see? Yes. Now the first thing you need to do is create a Replate. You need to sign in. Okay, it asks for the first time. So when you click
an
on
online
create
editor that you need to sign it.
Yes, it's an online editor. I told you, you need to get into Google. See, Google search Replate. Get into.
But then it's not a loadable one version.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
In this class, I would be using Replate. That's it. It's like I'm also introducing you like various options where can you code. If you want to install, ideally use it. If you are using your like school computer where all the children would save something, if you don't want that, just get into Replate, something like that, right? So yeah, click on create Replate, and then there you have a lot of options of almost all the computer languages are there, out of which we are going for Python. So click on Python, and if you want to rename, you can rename it from here, and then just click on create Replate. Here is your programming screen, where in the white area you will code, and the black area you will get the output. As simple as that. If you just need to type it again. Print hello. Right? If I run this, I'll get the output in the right side. I hope this much is clear to all of you, like what is the basic, how to open your software, if you want to install it, how to install, which one to install, and then basic command is hello world. How to do it? Print hello world. Python is very simple comparing to any other language. It's a single, see, in a single line you are typing this. And that's it. You don't need anything else. Even not even a semicolon. If you have done my computer science degrees and all that, mostly for our age, we must have learned C or C++. That's what my understanding. I have learned the C and C++ only in my computer science program, graduation program. So for that, there would be a semicolon, right? So Python is like really, really simple. This much is enough to print a command. I hope this much is clear to all of you. So that is your basic syntax, and that is done. Print command is done. Now I have a doubt. Why? Okay, what if I remove? I am not expecting an answer from Khyati ma'am. What if I remove this inverted comma and I run this? What would be the output to Bindu ma'am and Nishita ma'am? Okay, Bindu ma'am replied for that Shell's question. I see that. Right now, yes. What would be the answer if I run this? Error, right. You're right. So if I run this, obviously there is going to be a syntax error. Syntax, you can understand it as a rules of a computer language. Every language has got some grammars. So every computer language also has got some rules that can be set as syntax. So this is basically not according to the grammar of Python. That's why if you're printing a command, then you need to put it in inverted commas, right? I hope it's clear. Now I have a doubt. What would be the output for this? My screen is visible, right? That print 5, you can read it clearly, right? Okay, yes. Okay, so that is not an error. If I print, I'm getting an answer 5. But I haven't used an inverted comma there. Why there is no error? Quickly, why there is no error? Text data request code. Okay. Other than text data, we can put it in string data. So the first one was a string, and this is a integer like number. That's why we don't need a inverted comma. So for digits, we don't need an inverted comma. It's going to print as it is. And for now, string, obviously, we need to put, yeah, integer. When I say yes, numbers. For that, there is no need of inverted commas. Okay, that's done. Now I want to know one thing. Okay, hi, I am. Okay, so what should I do if I want hi in first line and I am Amari in second line? What is the quick way to do it? Without using two print commands, only one print command. And how can I get like I am Amari in my next line?
Slash n.
You slash it? Okay. Am I right?
Mm,
Am I right?
no, it's the other way.
I thought you would say yes, you're right. Okay, I'm happy about the answer. So yes, a slash n would do, and the slash one is this slash on the screen. Now, I have one more doubt. I do not want to use this slash n, and I want the output like hi in first line, I am in second line, Ambadi in third line, and I do not want to use slash n. Do I have any other option? Press enter means like that.
No, but that wouldn't work.
Using single print command, obviously.
Okay.
Do we have any other option? Okay.
You want it on new line only.
Yes. First line, hi. Second line, I am. And third line, Ambani. See, if you are writing a paragraph, you cannot
It
all
can
the
be,
time.
yes, it can be done. Put three single quotes. I forgot. And go the way you want to put the paragraph. Instead of double quotes, it should be three single quotes.
Yeah, exactly. You are right there. So, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's.
Did I forget that?
Yeah, that's done. So that's a good way to type paragraph and all that if you're typing something like that. So that is done. I hope this much is clear to all of you. Now getting into the next thing.
Basics we
Input.
three all have done basic Pythons.
In the beginning also I have asked, so they both said like they want to start from the scratch. That's why I'm doing from the scratch.
Done. Not an issue.
Like yeah. So next is the input. How do you ask? Enter your name. Like you need to ask, you need to get a input there. Is that enough? Will it allow me to do? Do I have the option of entering my name there? No, it's an error, right? So what else? There is something called input command. Do you know how to put it exactly? The command? You can put it, there are different ways to do it. Like enough.
Input. But string isn't right it by default? Do we need to write to data type?
Yes, if you are saving it in a variable, yes.
It will take without it. Name, because by default it is always a string data type. So wherever we are defining string, as far as I know, string is never defined. Even if we skip it, it's okay. But other data types you need to.
So can I remove these brackets of input?
No, that will be required.
Okay, so right now the code is bracket.
This should work.
Yes, it works. So I was about to talk about the data types, what the string do, and what does the integer do. Okay, good. So it works without that as well. Now what if I am asking for an age and if I put it the same way, like right now on the screen, paste, enter your age, right? And I put int in the beginning. So there is something going to be and age. If I put 20, what would happen? Will that show me an error?
I'm not able to. No, that's fine.
There is an error. I cannot. Yeah, I have in this line I have defined it as an integer, and I cannot give it as a anything else other than integer. And if I do so, I'll get an error. Let's delete this one. Then it. Is there a doubt on that? If it is asking me for the age, if I put 11 like that, it will give me an error. Why? Because to the system I said it's an integer going to come. Clear, right? The same time, if you put it as string, then doesn't matter. It takes the value. So what is the string? Anything on the keyboard. It could be numbers, it could be letters, and it could be special characters. What is an integer? Sorry, what is int? Int numbers. Then there are more data types like float are there. There are more. You can just check how many are there. Int, float, complex. List, tuple, dictionary. Bool is there. Bool is Boolean value, true or false. Have you heard about list? Do you have the idea what is a list and tuple? All of you? Yes, right? So I'll quickly type something. Let's say color is green. It's important that you put it in inverted commas when it is not numbers. Print color. There is an error. So this thing on your screen is a list, right? List, whatever you, what is the normal meaning of a list? When you want to put a set of same stuff all together, then you can call it as a list. Then I have a doubt. How can we convert it into tuple? Right now on your screen, it's a list. And how can you just convert it into a tuple? And what is the difference between a list and a tuple? Nishita ma'am, are you there? If you're there, you can also answer me.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
On your screen, color is a list. And there is something called tuple as well, T-U-P-L-E, tuple. How can you convert the same list into tuple? Like, not convert, how can you make it as a tuple by changing something?
I really don't have any idea about it.
Okay. So basically, list is something where we can add more items. If you want to delete one item, you can delete it. And if you want to replace it with something, see right now, if I do color dot append, and I give red as well. And if I run print color, spelling is wrong, I'll make it right. See, first it was just blue and green. Right now, red also added. So it's like something adding to this list, right? Now, for list, it is possible. You can create it once and then you can remove. Okay, you may be confused, like what is the need of all this? Do you have a confusion like what is the need of a list in anything on your stuff? Why would you need it? I can just explain you after this explanation. So right now, list is something we would also say mutable and immutable. Immutable is like you cannot change it. Once you defined it, it's as it is. And tuple is a that kind of list. If you say, if you are expecting a change in your program, if you are expecting a change in the members of a list, you can see what do you actually call it, indexing. Okay, it's a big right. So we are creating a list, and if you want to add or delete or replace it, basically if you want to update it over the program, you can do it, and that's why it is called immutable. And there is something called tuple. My question was, how do you convert it into a tuple? It's simple. You put it in normal brackets. Am I audible, right? Am I audible? Am I on the meet? Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, fine. So right now, the moment I change the bracket, you will see line number 3 is an error. Why? Because the first and second is successfully running, and you are getting the answer as well. You got the answer of tuple. Now the third line is error. Why? Because it's a tuple. You cannot edit it. See, tuple object has no attribute append. There is nothing like append in the tuple. If it was list, this all thing would work. And if it is tuple, you need to stop there. Nothing else is possible. You cannot add, you cannot delete, you can't do anything else to that. You can just define it as it is. Now, if you have a quick doubt, like why is it all needed? I will just explain one more thing, which is a dictionary. Dictionary would be in curly brackets, and yeah, so a dictionary would have a key and a value. So like how a normal dictionary would work, letter A is a key, and it has got values. All the words of letter A is the values of key A. So let's make it better. Let's say A, apple. Now after that there's a comma. B is a key, and its value is going to be ball, like that. Now that's how you define it. If I run this, you will get the answer. And now one more thing, in dictionary you can add more. What's the next word starting with A? Alphabet, whatever coming to my mind, I'm just adding. Oh, is my spelling wrong? No. Right now, because there are, see, A, apple is there, alphabet, but it is separated with a comma. If you are separating it with a comma, it means you need to get into the next key. But here, there is no next key, right? So you are putting it as a list. So maybe you have an idea now why the list is needed. Right now, it become a list of value A. So if I run this for A, there is a list of apple and alphabet, and then more words, as many as you want to add. So list is a basic thing where you can create multiple values. We can save multiple values in the same variable. You can say that's why it is known as list. And then tuple is the same thing where you do not expect a change during the program. When I say do not expect, then if you are creating a game or if you are creating any document, so as a programmer, you don't want anybody to edit it further, or it's something like by default,
non-editable.
Like it is defined.
Non-editable.
Yes. So if there is some data like that which you don't want to edit at all, then you make it as a tuple. So even by mistake, it would never be edited. And if there is something like a list, I will show you the exact area where it is used. And then you can put it as a list. And then further, if you are expecting more complex operation with the same, if the data is more complex, then you may declare it as dictionary, as keys and values. Now that is done. And for list, there is one more important thing is there, which I did not explain before. For a list, there is something called indexing of a list. Are you aware of it? Do you understand the indexing of a list?
I think probably we have used it, but I'm not very sure.
Yeah, Khyati ma'am, you said
yes,
that?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me one more
List
name.
index. Apple,
Oh,
alphabet. You want for the Ahmedabad.
While I'm taking class, this is one of my issue. I forget like what to exactly put. So that is done. So there are 4 items in the list. Okay. So there is something called indexing, which is like we will put the values like if we take the index of this thing, Apple would be the 0th member, alphabet is going to the first member, second, third. So if we are referring to alphabet, then it can be written as dict in the square bracket 1. So this means in the list index 1. Index 1 is always going to be the second member of the list. So remember this indexing start with 0, which is very, very, very important. Indexing starts with 0 and then as many as, if there are total 4, then it's going to be 3. I hope it's clear. So if I run this, let me check if I can run it like that. Do you see I got the answer alphabet? If I put 3, what should be the answer? Ahmedabad. Right? So this is very important. So I'll quickly show you where it is actually used. It is going to be more interesting for you. Let me just, this is not the folder.
Hello.
Yes. I am here. I'm looking for a program to show you the exact stuff. What was it named? I do not remember the name of the program. I think it's in some other folder. I need to check. By the end of the class, I'll definitely show you. I think I need some time to check in which folder I need to form. It's not in this one. See, dictionaries merge. So you have one dictionary, the other dictionary. This is your first dictionary and second dictionary. And if you have a merge command to merge it both together, if you run this, do you see it's both merged? You see the output.
It's not visible.
Oh, I think I'm sharing only the Replate screen. Okay, fine. I see. Wait.
It's not out.
Right now it would be visible for you. Yeah, this is what I was saying. I was checking for the other program, so I got this program. I was just letting you know how it works. So there are various operations performed in both the list and dictionaries, like adding, deleting, replacing. Everything is possible, but not in what? Tuple. For tuple, whatever it is, you need to keep it as it is. No editing is possible. And in the whole program also, where you are not expecting a change, then you can declare it as a tuple. That's how it works. Where is that folder? I need to figure out. Let's drop it for now, but I will show you. I have a program to show you exactly how it works to check where it is. Okay, getting into the thing again. So list, dictionary, and tuple is done. The next thing is input we have done. What else? Next is yeah, on your screen there are data types. You have already done that. This is going to be string. My screen is visible, right? I'm sharing the whole screen, right? Yes, right? Do you see hello world string 20 integer? Do you see that? Yes. So see, this is list. If you put it in a square bracket, it becomes a list. If you put it in a normal bracket, it's a tuple. And if you put it in curly brace and you're having both keys and values, it's separated with a full colon, then it is a dictionary. Straight away, if you give it in curly brace without having keys and values, then it becomes a set. And then if it is true or false, if you can define something by just true or false, then it is going to be a Boolean value like that. Yeah. So that is called Boolean values, either true or false. That's done. Coming to the next thing, typecasting. So have you heard about typecasting before? There are two methods to do the same. Implicit and explicit, it's easy to see, like A is equal to, it is also related to data type only. B is equal to Python by default takes its data type. That's what Kathy ma'am said in the beginning. You don't really need to type str because the Python mostly knows like it's string only. So like that. So if you do C is equal to A plus B, obviously you should get the answer. Let's check. So what is wrong? I didn't committed anything wrong. It's an error like that. Why it's showing me an error? Oh, I did not print. There is not going to be any output because I did not print anything. My mistake. Yeah, right now. So you are getting the answer. So A is a float value 5.0 I typed. B is a normal integer value and C is going to do the calculation. And we did not tell the Python Lite which data type we are using, but you are getting the answer. So that's what it do. And this type of putting the variable without data without data type is called as implicit implicit typecasting. And if we straight away give us value, b is equal to int a. Okay, and then if you do the same, c is equal to a plus b. Okay, let's run this. 10.0. Before, what was the value? 5 plus 5. It's taken. So a basically we are using again. We are defining it as a variable. So on it would work. Let's just drop this basic stuff. What's next? If else. If else is an important topic today that we are going to do. We have already done a code to ask the age of the user. Let's put it. Enter the age. So let's do a program. I think if Kathy ma'am is already doing, I'll stop sharing. I will give you a question. Using if else, you should ask the age of the user, and if the age is greater than 60, you need to return the value, print the value as you are a senior citizen. Otherwise, anything else that you must be studying or working, something like that. Printing values can be anything. If you can share me the screen also, it would be great. Did you share? It's not visible.
Right, shared only, na?
Came and went. You need to share again. Hi, Vandana ma'am. Yeah, so, okay, so you have done that there. Age is equal to int input, enter your age. If age is greater than or equal to 16, you are a senior citizen. When you are not a senior citizen. Okay, great. It would work if you run this. And I hope, yeah, I think you are only sharing your script. So it will not, yeah, you are not sharing your whole screen. So I will be able to see the result, but I'm sure it would be a working file. It's okay, fine, fine. The program is clear. I hope for Nishita ma'am and Vandana ma'am also, the program is clear for you there. So it's like how to use if there would be a condition and then else what should happen. That's it. And yeah, you see, yes, good. So yeah, that program is done. So I will not explain the same program. Instead of that, I have another question using if else only. Find the biggest among three numbers. Before that, I'll just get into the operators also. That was also part of syllabus. So we just get into, I hope we all know it. Still, there are arithmetic operators. I hope my screen is available, right? Wait. Is it readable for all of you? Is it readable? It must be now.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the operators are there. How to use it quickly? If you ideally would be better to do that. A no, not A plus B. Yeah. Ideally wouldn't do that. No, let's get into Replate only. Yeah. A is equal to 5. Is equal to 5. B is equal to 6. C is equal to A plus B and print C. So that's a normal print C. Now that's done. You will get the answer, obviously. If you put minus, you will get the calculated answers. So that they are arithmetic operators. For multiplication, use asterisk. For division, you can use single slash. And there's answers. And what's next? Mod and double slash. Can anybody explain me what does the mod do and what does the double slash do? That's not a normal like usually used to operators. Anybody have any idea what does the mod do and what does the double slash?
Ma'am, mod generally returns the remainder, but double slash I don't have the idea because the single slash we use for division and to get the quotient. Mod we use it to get the remainder, but this double slash is something new.
See, the single slash is for division, mod is for remainder. In the single slash, you get a quotient, and for double slash, you get it with quotient but with in integer form.
Yes, you said it right. Kathy ma'am said it right. I will put it in better. Yeah. If you do this, you get the answer there, division. And if you make it the mode, you get the remainder. As you are right, you get the remainder of the same calculation, 20 by 6 remainder. And then if you put this double slash, again, as you said, you will get the decimal form. Okay, so that's two things. And assignment operators also, I hope you understand. It's like A is equal to B, C is equal to plus B. So whatever your answer, before what was the answer? It was 3 only, right? Okay, C plus or equal to in the beginning. Yeah, 6. Okay, so it's like this means C is equal to C plus 3. So the same goes with if you're using minus, multiplication, division, all stuff, it's the same. It means instead of typing C twice, we are putting it like C. This whole line means C is equal to C plus 3. Before the answer of this calculation is 3. Till here it is 3. And after that, so right now C is 3. Till line number 3, it's 3. To line number 4, it's going to be 3 plus 2. Whatever its value was, you can basically say the same command you use for scratch, right? Score is equal to score plus 1. So wherever we involve like continuous updation, you can use this one. So that was operators. Comparison, again, greater than, less than. If it put it together, then it is like right now when Kathy ma'am shared the program, it was like less than or equal to 60, where 60 is also included. If you don't want to include 60, you would put less than 60, then only 59 would be the maximum limit there. So same thing. Do you understand what is the meaning of these operators? The exclamation mark and the equal to?
Not equal to.
Which is not equal to. Okay. So that's, yeah. Then there comes a logical and or not. So logical I will give you here only. So I'm again and again typing. Let me see. I already have a program. Then I can quickly show you. I must be already having a program for this. So let's not waste that. I'm sharing my whole screen, right? You can see my screen, right? You can see my screen, right? Where I'm using my Visual Studio Code.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Okay, list in a list. To find is another question. Here we are using an or. So dates are there. R here is a variable and it's going to be input, enter something. And if it is hello, small letter or capital letter H, hello, and print good morning. Otherwise, I do not understand. So what happens is the moment you put or, either this or that, it would work. Either this one or this one. Whatever answer you provide, it would work. I will show you. So enter something, I put caps, hello, good morning, right? And if I put small letter hello also, it would work. Now, if I put and instead of this, what happens is both of these should match. Hello and hello. Okay, you cannot straight away give that as well here. Wait, there is a difference in program. I need to get into each only. Yeah, here. So you are asking for the age, and the first was if age is greater than 60, then you would print then you would print senior, I'm just quickly doing it, citizen, commas, and then there is going to be an elif statement where you will add more conditions like age is, there it was less than, right? Less than or equal to 60, and age is greater than or equal to
Can I
23.
share my screen? It's easy. It's worked out. I'll show you. So you don't have to type.
Yeah, you have already? Okay. Yeah,
I already have it.
Yes, show me. Share me, ma'am. Yeah, so you already have it. Okay, so enter number 1. Okay, greatest among the two. Okay, fine. So that's a program there. You have used AND gate. So in this case, A greater than B and A greater than C. If both of them matches, obviously, if there are 3 numbers A, B, C, and A is greater than B and C, obviously A would be the greater one. And then next condition, elif, the same. Instead of A, we put B as greater. If B is greater than A and C, then obviously B is going to be greater. And there is not necessary that you need to put elif there, because there can be only an else would do the C is greater, because if A and B is not the greater, then obviously C is the greater. So ma'am, you can just remove the second elif, which is not needed really. It will still work, but it would be better if you just put it as else C is the greatest. Okay, you have put and okay, one more else part is there. Fine, then it would work. So else, if C is greater than A and B, then C is the greater, and else two what was it? 2 or more values are equal. Oh, two. Okay, fine. That's a better program. So that was our final program. So AND is a gate. If you put OR instead of AND, what happens is you need to satisfy one of the condition, either A greater than B or A greater than C. It would work. If A is greater than B, then it is going to work. So what happens is the whole program would be wrong. Can you please run? Do you have any doubt, Bindu ma'am and Nishita ma'am, those who are doing probably for the first time? Should I explain this program in detail, or did you understood the point of and or? Can you please quickly reply me? If you did, then I do not need to spend a lot of time on it. This is also basic programs. Can you please answer me, both Bindu ma'am, Vanna ma'am, and Nishita ma'am? Did you understood this program on your screen, and the use of AND gate and or the logical operators and?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. I think that is enough. If you do not need further definition, it would be great. Can you please stop sharing, Kathy ma'am? I will share you my screen to show the actual program I was talking about. Let me open the folder first of all. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. While talking about the list and tuple and all that, I told you, like, I will show you again. So this is a game, like it doesn't have the graphical stuff, but it's like a based on output only. So if you see, there would be a lot of dictionaries and list. How it works is, I'll play this, then you may understand it better. So it would ask me, I think, the name in the beginning. So name, I put one now. Then enter player class. Available classes are Archer and Knight. So I need to put one of them. Player race, elf, dwarf, or human. So I can put one of them. Main character. So you have got this much health, damage, experience. So this is a working of a game without using the graphical part. So you met a monster, not met a monster, health have, damage have, experience, attack or run. So I would say attack. So this is how it works. So coming to the programming part, you will see the actual dictionaries list, and you see if you have a create weapon definition, so you have a list of weapons there and you have got the dictionary of the same, so that it randomly picks from what the character would be rewarded with, normal, rare, epic. So using these dictionaries only, see, I also explained about the indexing part. So from the weapon list, type list 0, 0 means the first letter, which is going to be sword.
Can you increase the font, because we are not able to see it clearly? So when you're talking, I'm not able to associate it.
Are you sure? Okay, wait.
Zoom a
Okay,
little
that
more.
is also not font. I need to improve the font, right?
But others just put it in.
It became less. No. Or resolution. Okay, I think it would be better now. Now?
A little better, yeah.
Should I improve again? Quickly?
No, that's okay. We can.
Okay, okay.
Now
So I
at
was
least
talking
read it.
about the list there, and dictionary there, and how we randomly get into all, and indexing of the same. So it can be randomly pick like sword, bow, or axe, what should be rewarded with. So that's the use of exact list, dictionary, and all that. That's what I was supposed to explain. We use a lot of that. See, armor, what should be. So we can put it as a list, and then using dictionary, we can give the separate levels of the reward points. This is a game. So yeah, dictionary again there, and indexing part is there. 0 means armor type list, 0 means which is helmet, 1 means pants, and second is the boots. So accordingly we do the program. So the whole thing was based on random stuff. See, everything is like through indexing from the list or dictionary. So if we are getting into a complex program, you would need, see, person is a empty list, and then in as the person getting into the player mode, it's being append there. So that's why it is needed to be a list. If it is a tuple, you cannot append it. Again, see, person 0, 1, 2, all are list and it's indexing. So if I run this program, it works like I need to enter my name, player class, archer knight. So somewhere I have provided the player class. See, yeah, this one. See, it's a list, and out of list it is asking me. And again, if I put one of them, I would put the race. And rest everything is random. Why? Because I have used the indexing instead of random indexing. I hope it's clear if you go for